Hi, I'd like to welcome you all to a little piece of the multiverse called the MC2 universe, or Marvel Comics 2. Its official numbering is Earth 982. It's basically a universe that has a whole bunch of Next Generation characters. One of the main characters is the character Spider-Girl. She was created by Tom DeFalco, and she first debuted in an issue of What If, actually, where it was decided that in this universe, that instead of Mary Jane losing the baby, she actually was kidnapped, and the man called Kane actually brought her back, and then I guess everything went happily ever after for a while until she got her spider powers. Now this universe it's unlike most, it's not a destroyed, messed up looking universe. It's actually pretty friendly still, and that's because it's set in our current timeline as opposed to a lot of the other ones where it's like, hey, it's not 2008, it's like 20 years later, 30 years later. No, it's set in our universe set in our timeline because it doesn't really matter, because the Marvel Comics universe is always set in our timeline, even if it's a comic that's been around for 40 years. Now, there's a lot of characters in this universe that y'all may not know about. There's a new generation of Avengers, there's Dark Devil, there's of course Spider-Girl, the Buzz, the Lady Hawks. There's a new version of the New Warriors that Spider-Girl started up. There's the X-People, that's Jubilee's team. Let's see, there's Wolverine's daughter, Wild Thing, there's J2, who's the son of the Juggernaut, stuff like that. A lot of Next Generation heroes and a lot of original characters as well. From this issue, an entire universe was created. Comics started coming out called fanciful titles such as A-Next, Spider-Girl, J2, and others. A-Next featured colorful characters such as Thunderstrike, Blue Streak, Crimson Curse, American Dream, Stinger, and others. J2 starred Zane Yama, whose father, Kane Marco, the original Juggernaut, somehow willed his powers to his son. The last name Yama should sound familiar if you've been reading Spider-Girl, because he's actually the cousin of one of her main cast members. Sadly, only Spider-Girl would make it past 12 issues, but the longer the title lasted, the more of an uphill fight it became to keep the series around. Other heroes got their own spin-off miniseries as well, such as the Fantastic Five, Wild Thing, The Buzz, and Dark Devil. Unfortunately, the series faced many attempted cancellations, but the title kept going strong as it was saved time and time again by the fans. They refused to let their favorite superhero be tossed out like yesterday's trash. They broke new ground as she became the longest-running female superhero comic in Marvel Comics history. Furthermore, she made many landmark issues and fought many foes in her long stretch to her comics finale on issue 100. She fought several foes, such as Funny Face, Crazy 8, Mr. Nobody, Mr. Abnormal, Misery, Aftershock, Raptor, Killer Watt, the Dragon King, Fury the Goblin Queen, Seth, Claw, the Green Goblin, Canist, and many others. She also had to fight many foes from her father's rogues gallery, such as the Dr. Octopus, the Venom symbiote, Kane, the Hobgoblin, the Venom symbiote again, and the Kingpin of Crime himself, Wilson Fisk. After the cancellation of issue 100, a few months later, Spider-Girl started life anew in the comic The Amazing Spider-Girl. This comic series focused more on May's personal life and how she was adapting to not being Spider-Girl anymore. She later was forced to break her promise, though, but her parents were eventually mellowed out by the fact that they weren't going to be able to stop her from being Spider-Girl, so they might as well just embrace it. Unfortunately, my friends, it is time for us to prove that this is a Spider-Girl world after all. Her comic is going to be canceled after 5 more issues. That's 5. She's at 25 right now, so at issue 30, that's what they planned for the last issue. This is the only comic out there that still has a married Peter Parker and Mary Jane. It honors the last 20 plus years of Marvel Comics legend, and it introduces old dangling plot lines, and it discovers how they could have ended up if only we would, have stuck it through the long run and not gone to other places such as The Other or House of M or anything else. I mean, this could have been the way the Marvel Comics 2 universe played out. It's not a happily ever after by any means, but come on, we need to write letters, tell people what we need to do. We can all sign petitions online and whatnot, but just take the time, write a letter to Marvel Comics, tell them that you're interested in Spider-Girl, and quite honestly, you want to see her last 70 plus more issues. I mean, she's already given us 10 years of greatness. Why can't we have 10 more? Hopefully this universe won't be a closed universe. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll continue to watch my videos on the multiverse. Breaking news. Apparently, the comic Spider-Girl, while it still has plans to be canceled at issue 30, they're going to carry it over to the Spider-Man family line right after Cancellation. So, we're going to go with uninterrupted storytelling, but at the same time, it'll still be sad to see the Spider-Girl comic leave. We still need to fight. We can hopefully save her comic, but at the same time, we need to be thankful that we're getting this, because after all, we could be fans of, say, a dead title such as the Ultraverse line, and then when that means kaput is kaput pretty much. So we have to count our blessings, but at the same time, we should never settle.